Whoa, what up, what up, what up, what up? Man, yeah, Chicago's finest people, what up, what it do, what it do. Man, I know my timestamp. I got caught up over there with Black to the P. You know what I mean? Trades, all them brothers over there, man. We got to talking and I did a little something. But man, I'm gonna go into this Wack 100. You know what I mean? You know how your boy do. But man, let's get this started, man. All right. Definitely apologize about the lateness. It's kind of late as a motherfucker, but that's what we do, man. Let's get it going. Rock out. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Man, like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. Man, y'all Chicago's finest. Baby, baby, baby. Chill Will, what's up, little bro? Appreciate you tapping in with me, man. I definitely do, man. For real, for real. All right, man. We got another Whack 100 situation. You know, got another Whack 100 situation. But this time, man, I don't know if a lot of people know J Diggs. J Diggs is one of them Bay rappers who, man, he go back with the Sebos, the Brother Lynch Hums, you know what I mean? The Mac Dre's, rest in peace. You know what I mean? The Fat Tones. It's a whole situation that goes with this. And a lot of people, man, don't understand how deep this really goes. Now, Wack talking about Wack doing Wack. You know how he always do. He be just running off at the mouth. Because this whole situation ties into the BMF situation for people that don't know. You know what I mean? This goes a little deeper than a lot of people even understand. This goes down to the Big Meech. You know what I mean? All the way down to the Blue Da Vinci. All this shit is tied together. Only oddball in this is Wack. He the only one don't go in this fucking whole pot. But you know what I mean? So Wack started out running his mouth about boy, man, because him and Blue Da Vinci used to be real tight. Blue Da Vinci actually used to live with him. So, you know, Wack always got a comment about everything, and Blue Da Vinci's trying to clear his name from these snitch rumors right now. He throwing rumors out there that, you know, the BMF is more snitches and he wasn't the one. So Wack jumps in this, and that's how all of this got started. So meanwhile, Wack goes and puts all different people's name up and shit, and that DIGGS calling them out on it. You know what I mean? Wack always pulling people whole card, how we call it. We call it pulling your whole card. So right now, J Diggs pulling Wack's whole card. For real, for real. And it's like why Diggs told me he want two fades. If y'all don't know, Mac Dre. And this go from the Bay Area, which is the West Coast, all the way to the Midwest where I'm from. Kansas City and Oakland and San Francisco and all of that. Man, it's been a connection going on from there for years. The Midwest and that Bay Area in California have been having a connection since I was a shorty. You know what I mean? So a lot of the rappers from the Midwest, one of our main areas that we sold more records anywhere was like the Bay Area, San Francisco, San Diego. You know what I mean? All up it, man, all up in that area. So you know what I mean? It started out. Now the one fade because the man, Wack talked about the brother's mother. But the main reason this whole shit is going to go down, Mac Dre. If everybody if you get a chance, look up Mac Dre, man. Mac Dre, one of the most talented, coldest, big personality guys out of the Bay who had a real big following up in the Midwest. And he was the bridge between a lot of the rappers plus a lot of the street dudes. You understand what I'm saying? So as you start doing shows in these other cities and you live on another side of the coast, the numbers in the drug game, we could say, and the organizations, all that shit ties in together. So this is actually bigger than Wack even. He pretended like he don't know who DIGGS is, but he know who the fuck DIGGS is. And he know DIGGS and plug directly with Meech now. Literally. DIGGS was one of them he was one of them real big dudes. So Wack know who the fuck he is. So he playing like he don't, but that's on him. But I'm gonna give y'all the whole story, the backstory to all of this. This is something that I grew up in this shit, following this shit, because remember, my first love was music. And I lived in that California for 10 myself. So I know a little bit something about this. Excuse me. So it's like, man, but now Mac Dre, he had an E-pill connection. Selling a lot of E-pills, bringing them from the Bay, taking them to Kansas City, and flipping them, making big money out there. So it's like, man, it's a whole bunch going on. Now, J DIGGS was Mac Dre's business partner / best friend / childhood friend. They grew up together, XYZ. But J DIGGS turned out to be, everybody said, a nigga snake. And basically set Mac Dre up. Mac Dre got killed in Kansas City. Everybody can do the research. It's a whole big story and a plot that's still going on to this day about this. Still going on right now as we speak. That's why when Wack said, and you killed your homeboy, he was talking about Mac Dre. So that's why DIGGS told him, you got two phases to do. One for talking about my mother, and one for letting my man shit come out your mouth when you know that's a violation already. So it's a lot to this shit, man. Now, the kicker here is Fat Tone, which is another Kansas City, you know what I mean, Bay Area connection, was also down there in Kansas City, but from the Bay. But at the same exact time, him and Mac Dre was at a club. And I'm telling you, this is history. This is history. I can talk about this shit. Look it up. Factual. They were supposed to do a show on the exact same night up in Kansas City. This is the night more people came for Mac Dre, but Fat Tone, that's his hometown. He feeling as though he should be the man. He should be the featured act. He should be the nigga that everybody coming to see. But in our reality, everybody was coming to see Mac Dre. And it was a whole little, fisticuffs, some furniture move, niggas bumping chests, but it ain't get funky until after the club. They leave out. All them Sebo, the bald head nut. That's what they call it. Sebo, the bald head nut. Cowboy. That's what they call him. All of them was driving to the hotels after leaving the club after the show. A SUV come past, hit the van up about 100 rounds. Hit him up about 100 rounds. Mac Dre died out there that night. You know what I mean? Mac Dre was killed down there in Kansas City that night. So you can imagine the Bay in the Midwest, after all these years, there's some friction right now. And DIGGS is the motherfucker that everybody feeling like he was the culprit into Mac Dre being killed down there. So it's a lot that come with J DIGGS. Do y'all history on the brother. Wack ain't just talking about a nigga that's just anybody. His brother really plugged in. Brother sitting on a couple of dollars. He done already did his time in the feds because of the BMF. It's a whole bunch to this brother. You know what I'm saying? He ain't just know somebody Wack just pulled out of a hat. This brother real serious. Real serious. He's known it. He put out probably about, he probably put about 6 albums out. Can't rap with shit, but he got a lot of ties into the streets. You know what I'm saying? And this is where the California problem come. In the Bay Area, ain't no gangbanging. So Bloods and Crips don't mean shit up there. You know what I mean? Bloods and Crips mean nothing up there. That's the pimping game. So J DIGGS and them on that pimping shit. So when Wack and them be talking about all that blood this, blood that, blood this, blood, them niggas like, man, nigga, bloods can SMD around here, you feel me? So it's like, it's a disconnect there. So that's why, man, it's a lot to this. This ain't just about, it's more about the whole story that go to J Diggs than Wack just being a sucker, big mouth, little 5 foot, nothing ass nigga, fat boy. You know what I'm saying? For real, but he barking. And that Wack running around, put shit up like he done sent the Addy and J Diggs got scared and didn't show up. He done that shit tonight too. So, you know, but I don't believe that. I don't believe that one. Wack had to prove that shit to me, you know. He'll definitely have to prove that one to me because I don't believe it, man. But it's a whole backstory to this, man. And it's like, and they actually think DIGGS and Fat Tone supposed to have something to do with Mac Dre getting killed out there in Kansas City. So there's a whole bunch of shit going on. That's why when DIGGS' name get threw up in these situations like this. It's a lot of people, man, got some big eyes on this situation because right after that, down in Las Vegas, Fat Tone wound up getting his noodles rocked. You know what I'm saying? By some, don't think about it, some Kansas City niggas, right? Crazy, right? Female tied into this that was connected with one of the other brothers from, man, the Midwest. And so Tone wound up getting killed in Vegas doing a show. And guess who was around the motherfucker? DIGGS. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot to this whole little sculpture of motherfuckers that's involved in this whole situation, man. So it's a lot to it. And Wack just springboarded himself up in it like he always do on some Clubhouse when it's really some real live dudes that actually come, you know what I mean? Check his temperature. For real, you dealing with some dudes, man, that'll come check your temperature. And I believe DIGGS is one of them. And Wack know it. He's still trying to save face. He over there on Clubhouse, oh, I done sent the Addy and I done blah, blah, blah. I don't believe it. But, you know, we gonna see. But the whole plot and the whole twist of this, it's more about Blue Da Vinci, J Diggs, Big Meech, and it's a lot to this whole story. I just wanted to touch on a little bit of it tonight. I'm actually going to do a whole little piece on this entire situation because, man, people don't realize, man, even though Meech was in Atlanta, man, their arms reached a lot of people, man, and the Bay Area is one of those floodgates. The Bay Area was one of those floodgates. Not much love, man, baby girl, Wendy, what up? You know, I always appreciate you all the time, sis. You already know what it is. It's real for real. But it's like, man, it's a whole lot to this. It's a lot of twists and a lot of turns to all of this. And it come down to the music business / the drug game / organization / dirtball, greedy, scumbag niggas. So it's a little bit of gumbo, you feel me? A little bit of everything that's tied into this. And again, the oddball out, the one man that don't even seem like he should have his little short, pudgy ass up in nothing, the old Wack 100. You know what I'm saying? So he the culprit here. He threw DIGGS' name out there strictly because I know everybody's saying the Blue Da Vinci, the Big Meech, and all that shit supposed to, the Terry's supposed to be who telling. DIGGS used to actually take care of Blue Da Vinci. Blue Da Vinci, DIGGS was the first one ever put Blue Da Vinci into the studio, had Blue Da Vinci living with him, XYZ, as he transitioned into the BMF whole situation. And once he did that, bam, DIGGS was the perfect dude for him to introduce to Meech because there was a lot of money being made in that California, Atlanta, Midwest. That, man, that triangle was a motherfucker. A lot of millions made. So this deeper than a lot of people even understand or are willing to admit. But Wack, he actually know, but playing like he don't even know who DIGGS is, but he's just trying to put his hand up in something to get a little, clickbait. When some clickbait can turn into some ass kicking. You know what I'm saying? For real, man. But it's like, man, I just wanted to touch on it tonight sprinkle a little bit of it in the air, let y'all know, man, I'm a ex organization member who got a lot of ties to the Midwest because that's my home, and got some ties to California because that's my, people's homes. And I still can go back today, chin up, chest out. I only got ran out of the Bay one time, San Diego, performing at San Diego State with my Crip homies, the New Breed of Hustlers. And they all bloods out there. The ones that's in that area, it be some Samoan bloods. And they ran our ass the fuck up out of there. Young Yak. So, man, actually, know what I'm talking about, and I get some info from some real dudes out there. So I just wanted to sprinkle it and touch on it tonight, man. Got kind of later than I expected. But I'm like, man, let me still throw a little bit something out there. But I'm going to put a nice piece together and really break this all the way down to, man, get in depth with this. Because I know a little something about it, because I was definitely a fan of Sebo, you know what I'm saying, Fat Tone and all that, man, Mac Drake. Because Mac Drake was, man, one of the most talented brothers. Rest in peace, homeboy, rest in peace. Very talented on the production, rap side, and the creativity. He was one of them dudes, man. He might come on stage with a full-blown mink, you know what I'm saying, and talk that pimp shit, that fast talking, you know what I mean? That's what they, man. That Midwest and that West Coast down in the Bay, that's a connection that they got. It's a lot of pimping, Don Juans and all of them, you dig? So, man, I appreciate everybody tapping in. I'm just, oh, baby girl, when you a Cali girl? What part of Cali you from? I lived in Pomona, Riverside, Banning, Rancho Cucamonga, and Moreno Valley. I lived in Cali 10 years, sis. I lived out there 10 years. That's when I got my first record deal out there in California, Young Yak, Better late than never, big. But, man, definitely. I pretty Wack 100, exactly that. He's Wack. Wack is up. You feel me? And I know you was a Cali lady, Wendy, man. So what's up, little sis? But you know what I mean? I'm just tapping in on it today, but I'm gonna put Sebo the bald head nut, yes. Bitch talking in the cut. So you know what I'm talking about. Cowboy, him and Brother Lynch Young. That was, man, I was an avid listener, man. I mean, an avid listener. I used to love their production. And then they get, they talk a little different down there, man. Sebo the bald head nut. That's crazy, about that. Let me find out, yeah? I love Central Cali, Africa. That's what's up. It's good business. I just wanted to touch on it tonight, man. I'm going to put a nice piece together, and I'm going to break this from the top all the way to the bottom, and I'm going to have some, some background shit, some of the in-depth shit, but I'm going to have to keep it kind of classy. I'm going to have to keep it kind of clean, because I know I'm an ex/former street fella, so there's only certain shit I can't even talk about, or certain shit I won't dive into, because I'm still mum's the word when it comes to me, you feel me? So, man, I just wanted to touch down on it a little bit because I promised the people I was on. So, man, everybody, I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it. Baby girl, Wendy, you already know, man, it's like that. Man, George Cortez, man, did not, but George, he actually saying he threw the address out there and homeboy denied the face. So I think Wack line, do everybody know Wack is about 5'4" or 5, fat dude with his fucking ass all on his back, man. Get his wallet from over his shoulder, man. Come on, man. Chill, well, little bro. I appreciate you tapping in, Big Trays, man. Everybody, man, we'll ever catch you later. You know what I mean? I appreciate everybody. I never take it for granted. Definitely appreciate anybody that tap in and give me their time, man. And y'all know what I tell them. You don't have to respect it, but you will not disrespect it. And that's real shit. Jack, Chicago's finest, baby. I'll be back with the big part probably tomorrow, man, for real. So, man, like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. I appreciate y'all, fellas and young lady. Thank you. Man, I had to cut it a little short, people. Just PSA, the wifey gave me that look like, nigga, you know it's about 4 in the morning? How you gonna start the live all late? but I'm good. Holla at y'all later, man. Appreciate everybody. Thank you. 1.